As you bring your awareness to your breath, just begin to follow your breath. Notice the rise and fall of the belly and the back body with each inhalation and exhalation. And as you rest here on your mat, turn your palms up to face the ceiling, and then roll your shoulders down and back so that you feel an openness and a broadness in the front of your chest. Now deepen your breath. Take a few long, slow, deep inhalations, long, slow, complete exhalations. With each inhalation, feel the front body lift and open. And with each exhalation, feel the back body descend and become heavy. A nice deep breath in. Feel a sense of buoyancy and space in the front of the body. And exhale, allow the muscles of the back body to relax and be heavy. And just take a few more long, slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. And now bring your palms together and rub your palms together. And then place your hands on your abdomen just below your navel. And take a moment to bring your awareness to your hands. And just notice your hands. And now as we begin to practice our abdominal breathing, think about breathing directly into the belly. And as you inhale, let the belly rise up to meet your palm. And exhale, let the belly descend. So as you inhale, just try not to press into your abdomen or press the abdomen into your hands. Just breathe into your belly. And now bring your hands to your ribs. You can, if it's comfortable for you, you can encircle your ribs by taking your thumbs to the back ribs and your fingers to the front. If that's not comfortable, just leave the thumbs facing forward. And as you rest your fingertips on the front ridge of your ribs, expand your rib cage with your breath into your hands. So think about breathing horizontally. With each of your inhalations, the diaphragm moves away from the base of the ribs and the lungs. And with each exhalation, it moves back to its natural position bringing fresh oxygen to the lungs and to the heart. Now bring your right hand to the center of your chest and let the left hand rest on top. And as we did with the belly and the ribs, imagine drawing your breath directly into your chest. Spread the collarbones wide and then exhale. Inhale, draw the breath in. Spread your collarbones wide. And exhale. And take a few more breaths here. Think about breathing into your heart as you lift your heart right up into your hands. And now bring your right hand back down to your abdomen. Take your other hand to your ribs, or you can leave it at your chest, wherever feels most comfortable for you. We're going to practice those 3 breaths, bring them all together into the Dirga Pranayama, 3-part breath. We begin by taking a breath into the abdomen. And then draw the breath from the abdomen to the ribs, and from the ribs into the chest. And pause at the top of the breath, and then exhale, release in one breath and let go. Pause at the bottom of your breath, and then inhale belly, ribs, and chest, and then exhale, or pause and exhale in one breath. Pause at the bottom. So continue with a few more 3-part breaths with a pause at both the top and bottom of your breath. And now release your arms down by your sides and let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And now with your inhale, reach your arms up and take them all the way behind you. And reach your arms away, stretch, do a little bit of a pelvic tilt. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Reach your arms up and take them behind you. Stretch, press through the balls of your feet. And then exhale, relax your feet, bring your arms to your sides. And then one more time, reach your arms up. Stretch through your arms, press through the soles of your feet like you're standing on the floor. Do a bit of a pelvic tilt and stretch your arms away. And then bring your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Keep a little integrity in your legs. Open and close your hands. Work the knuckles of the hands. And then tuck your thumbs under your fingers and make a loose fist and make some circles with your wrists. And pause and then go the other way. And pause. And then flip your palms up towards the ceiling. And wave your hands up and down to work the front and back of your wrists. Bring your palms together. And before you interlace your hands, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, and now interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows, bring your hands to your chest, and then press your palms towards your feet. Bend your elbows in, and reach your arms up. Take your folded hands behind you, and stretch the body. Release the interlace of your fingers and wiggle them. Hold on to opposite elbows. And let your arms rest either on a blanket or pillow behind you or on your forehead if this is too much of a stretch. And just gently press your heels down into the mat. Not too much, just enough to give a little tension in your legs. Good kind of tension, not the bad kind. And then with your exhale, bring your folded arms up. Let them hover just above your ribs. And make some circles with your shoulders, with your arms and your shoulders, to lubricate your shoulders. And then pause and reach your arms up to the ceiling, straight up. Palms face one another, and then reach your fingers up, shrug your shoulders off your bolster, and then place them down for the mat. Reach the shoulders up, and place them down. And then one more time, shrug your shoulders up and place them down. And then refold your arms, bring the other forearm in front. Make circles in the other direction. And pause and take your arms overhead, the folded arms. And once again, gently press into your heels. And take a moment to just scan your body. As you scan the body, take note of any place that is a little tight or where you're feeling any tension. Just remember, as we move through the practice, to back away if you need to. And then stretch your arms out behind you, and then bring your arms down by your sides. And then bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. Lift your hips up, slide the buttock flesh down towards your heels to elongate your spine and to tip your pelvis towards your face. And then tent your fingers next to your hand on the floor, on your mat. So reach your arms down by your sides, tent your fingers, and gently press your fingers into the mat. And then walk your left hand down a little bit. Press your fingertips down, roll the shoulders down, and then place the arm down. And then do the same on the other side. And then press your feet into the floor. Press the lower back into the floor by doing a pelvic tilt. And release. Press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And release. And press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And release. Bring your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. Keep a little space between the knees. And then hug your thighs in towards your chest. And let them fall away. Cross the left ankle over the right. Separate your knees and make circles around your low back and sacrum. And pause, draw the thighs towards your chest. The knees point towards your armpits. And then let the knees fall away again. Recross your ankles and make circles in the other direction. And pause and bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock them in and out. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Keep space between them. And then rock from side to side. And then uncross the legs. Hold on behind your knees and rock your thighs in and out. Good. And then just take the legs up a little ways and keep your feet relaxed. Rock your legs in and out. And then take them up a little bit more, not quite all the way, and then rock in and out one more time. And now flex your feet, take them flat up towards the ceiling, and rock your thighs in and out. So each time we get a little bit different spot in the back. And then press your legs up straight. Press through the balls of your feet. Spread your toes if you can. And then bring your thighs in towards your chest. Press the legs up. Bend your knees in. Press your legs up. Okay. Take the legs wide. And then point and flex your feet. And do that, do it. And do the leg thing. And then make some circles with your ankles. And then go the other way. And then bring your legs together. Press your thighs into your hands, hands into your thighs. Press through the balls of your feet and spread your toes. And then bring your thighs into your chest. And stretch the legs up. Take them wide. Point and flex again. And then bring them together. And one more time, take the legs wide. Make circles, this time with your ankles. And the other way. And then bring the legs together. Bring the feet to the floor. Extend your legs, extend your arms, and stretch your body. Do a pelvic tilt. Bring your big toes together and point them. And keep that pelvic tilt if you can. That works your lower abdominal muscles. And then relax the feet, bring your arms down by your sides, and draw your left thigh in close to your chest. And then hold on to the left knee with your right hand, and draw your knee over towards your right shoulder. You feel a nice stretch in the outer hip and in the glutes. And then come back and take your left hand to the left knee, draw it towards your left shoulder. Hold on to the top of your knee and make a few circles with your hip. And then go the other way. Hug your thigh in. And then stretch the leg up. Bend your thigh in. Stretch the leg up. Bend your thigh in, stretch your leg up, bend your thigh in, and then walk your hands up to wherever you can reach on your shin or your ankle, wherever, and then straighten your leg to stretch the back of your leg. Good. Good. Bring the arch of your left foot to your right knee, left hand out to a T, and draw your knee over towards the right. Come back up to the middle, bend both knees. Press your feet into the floor, press the lower back into the floor. And release. Press your feet, press the lower back into the mat. And release. And press your feet and press the lower back into the mat. And release. And then bring your right thigh in close to your chest. Rock it in and out. Hold on to the top of the right knee with your left hand. Bring it over towards your left shoulder. And then hold on to the right knee with the right hand. Bring it up towards your right shoulder. Hold on to the top of your knee and make a few circles with your right hip. And then go the other way. Hug your thigh in towards your chest, and then stretch your leg up. Bend your thigh into the chest, press your leg up, bend your thigh in, press the leg up, and then bend your thigh in, keep a bend in your knee, walk your hands up to your ankle, your shin, wherever you can reach, and then straighten the back of your leg. Good. Bring the arch of your right foot to your left knee, right hand out to a T, and then draw your knee over to the left. You can keep your gaze at the ceiling and your shoulders on the mat. Come back up to the center, bring your feet to the floor, and take your feet as wide as your mat, and rock your knees from side to side. And then take the knees all the way over to the right. Stretch the front of your left hip. Come back up to the middle and take the knees over to the left. And then come back up to the middle. Take your belt, strap, whatever you have. And then take your left foot up into the belt. So one side of the belt in each hand. Walk your hands up as close to your foot as you can so you have straight arms and a straight leg. If you can't get your legs straight at 90 degrees to the floor, then just let your leg lower down a little bit. Good. Bend your thigh in. Stretch the leg up. Take the belt into your left hand to your right hip. As we exhale, the left leg goes left and the right knee goes right. Good. And then bring your leg back up. Take the belt into your right hand. Take your right knee behind the left thigh and then let your left leg go to the right. As many years as I've been doing this pose, I still get that. I'm still so tight back here. And then come back, bend your thigh in, and press your leg up. And then bring the right foot in, take the left foot down. Again, if your knee is bent here, just lower the leg so that you can get the legs straight. Good. And then bend your thigh to your chest. And reach up. Take the belt in your right hand to your left hip. As you exhale, right leg goes right, left knee goes left. Good. Come back up to the middle. Take the belt in your left hand. Left knee crosses behind the right thigh, and then the right leg goes over to the left. Good. Come back up to the middle. Take both feet into the belt. Separate your feet about hip distance apart. Spread your toes and press the edges of your feet into the edges of the belt to create some space, and then SI joints, the sacroiliac joints. And then release, relax the legs, take the legs wide, and rock from side to side. So here in the center, you can rock like crazy because there's nobody that you have to worry about next to you. And then you can bring the belt, set the belt aside, extend your legs, reach your arms up, and stretch. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides, bend your knees, roll to one side, and let's sit up. And look at you in the right perspective. Okay. So once you have yourself settled, remember if you're sort of sitting back, like sort of with your back like a little bit, you need something underneath your hips to lift you up a little. It's really a good idea for everybody almost to sit on something, just to give a little lift. And then bring your hands to the sides of your hips and gently press through the balls of your feet. Lift your kneecaps up towards your thighs. Good. And then roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your sternum. And then just come forward. Press your legs in. Press your hands into your legs. Lift up your chest. And then walk yourself up, tap your knees. And one more time, let's just come forward. And then come back up, slide the heels. And then cross your legs. Bring the right leg in first and then the left. And if you can, so we were having this discussion a little earlier. So oftentimes when we cross our legs, we cross the legs at the ankles. And you can see how my knees rise up when they're crossed at the ankles, because I'm not releasing my hip flexors. So if you try and bring the cross of your legs higher up on your shins and bring your feet almost underneath your knees, you can see the difference in where my legs are. The other thing you can do is move your legs slightly forward. So instead of having them in close where they're almost like touching your thighs, if you move them out and forward, again, you get a little bit more release in the hip flexors. So again, if your knees are still high, you can always put a block underneath your knees. And again, this just helps to relax the hip flexors. So bring your hands to your knees and close your eyes for a moment. And keep your eyes closed. Lift the eyes up to 12 o'clock. Take them to 9. Cross to 3. And down to 6. And then lift them up to 12 o'clock again. Take them to 3. Across to 9. And down to 6 again. And then just let them float back to the center of their socket. With your exhale, lower your chin towards your chest. And then bring the chin back parallel to the floor and turn your head to the right. And center and left. And center. Turn your head right. And center and left. And center. And then you can open your eyes and bring your hands to your front leg, to your right leg. And just round your back, lift. And lift your chest, round your back, your chest, and round your back, and lift your chest. And then just come forward. Bring your hands, spread your fingers wide. Press your hands into the floor and lift up your chest. And walk out over your left knee and reach through your right hand. Come back to the middle and walk over to your right knee and reach through your left hand. Come back to the middle, press into the floor, lift up your chest, and then walk yourself up. Bring your hands back behind you, and then take your legs in front of you, tap your knees. And then recross your legs, but bring the left leg in first and then the right. So one might be a little bit more comfortable than the other, depending on the openness of your hip flexors. Okay, and then just round your back and lift up. And round your back, lift up, and round your back. And lift up, and then come forward. So you feel this, you should feel this anyway, in your right hip. Right back, right in here. And then walk over to your right leg, stretch through the left arm. Come back to the middle, walk over to your left leg, stretch through the right arm. Come back to the middle, and walk your hands forward, spread your fingers, press into the floor, lift up your chest. And then walk yourself up. Take your hands behind you, take your legs out in front of you, and and tap your heels. And now you can cross your legs whichever way works best for you. Okay. And then bring your arms to your sides. Reach both arms up. Turn your palms and exhale. Reach your arms up. Turn your palms. Exhale. Inhale. Reach up. Turn your palms. Exhale and release. Reach up with your left arm. Walk out to the right and stretch from your fingertips down through the sitting bones. And come back up. Reach up with your right arm. Walk out to the left. And reach and stretch. And then come back up. Reach up with the left arm. Walk out to the right. Curl your ribs towards the floor. And open up. And then curl your ribs. And open. And one more time. Curl your ribs. And then come all the way back up. Reach up with your right arm. Walk out to the left. Round your ribs towards the floor. And open. And round your ribs. And open. And last time, round your ribs. And open up. And then come all the way up. Reach across your body with the left arm and back, and right arm and back. Flex your palm, press into an imaginary wall, and back, and then do the same on the other side, and come back. Reach up with your left arm. Turn, hold on with your right arm, turn it in towards your ear, bend your elbow, walk your right hand up to hold on to your left elbow. And stretch your triceps. And then just bring the arm across the body to get the back of your shoulder. And release, and then take your right arm up. Turn the arm in towards your ear. Bend your elbow. Take the left arm up to help stretch the right side. Good. And then bring the arm down. Bring it across the body. And come back to the center. So we're going to roll the shoulders and hop. But remember, here in the studio, we're not going to say hop. We're just going to do a silent one. You guys at home? Rock that hop. Roll your shoulders. And reverse. Inhale up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. And now take your legs wide. And roll the thigh flesh from the outside in, so that you're rolling the thighs down towards the floor. Other way, Linda. Roll them down. No, other way. Yeah, there you go. And this way. So the reason we do that is to set, just like we do when we're standing and we bend the knee and I have you rotate your thigh. This does the same thing. It sets your ankle, your knee, and your hip all in the same alignment. Okay. Make sure your toes are pointed up towards the ceiling, and then just walk your hands forward. Press your hands into the floor. Walk yourself back. Hold on behind your knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. Take your hands behind you and let your knees drop over. Good. And then extend your left leg. Bring the right thigh in towards your right foot into your left thigh. So put a block underneath, yeah. And you know, Linda, you could come forward on the blanket a little bit. There you go. That's better. Okay. And then walk yourself forward. Come back up. Turn towards your bent knee. Turn towards your straight leg. Come back to the middle. Take the right leg, cross it over the left. Wrap your left arm around the front or just bring your hand to your knee if you can't reach. And then take the right hand behind you, draw your thigh in towards your chest, and twist. Come back to the middle and let your knee just drop off to the side there and come forward. And then come back up. Extend the right leg, tap your knees. Hold on behind the left knee, bring the left foot into the right thigh. Good. You see how far, what a difference that side, the difference between your two hips? So we're just noticing on Linda, her knee on her right knee, left knee, is almost down all the way on the mat. But her right knee, when she does, is way up here. So it's really different. We're the same way. Your knee on this side is much lower than it is on the other side. So it really is. Muscles just go do their own. They have a mind of their own. So come forward. Walk yourself up. Twist towards your bent knee and towards your straight leg. Come back to the middle. Take the left leg, cross it over the right. Wrap your right arm around, bring your left hand behind, and twist. And then come back to the center, just let your knee drop. And then come forward. And then walk yourself up. Take your legs in front of you, tap your knees, and then let's come up onto hands and knees. So with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, press your hands into the floor and around your back. And then lift your chest and round your back. And lift your chest. And this time when you round your back, press your hips back a little bit and really round your back. And then come back to neutral. Take your right arm and left leg up. Keep your gaze at the mat. Your navel drawn up and in. And then lower down. Take the right leg and left arm up. And lower. Right arm, left leg. And lower. Left arm, right leg. And lower. And then bring your big toes together, separate your knees, press your hips back for extended child's pose. Come up to table and step your left foot forward. Take your blocks and bring your blocks to either side of your left foot. So use your blocks at the height that works best for you. So some of you with a little bit more open bodies may be able to bring the blocks down one level, but you can use the blocks at the highest level if you're a little bit tight. Take the toes on the left foot and just, on your right foot rather, and just scoot your leg back. So you're in a low lunge. We're really working the front of your right hip flexor. Hamstrings on the left leg. Press into your blocks, lift up your chest. And now slide your hips back, straighten your right leg, left leg. Walk your blocks back with you if you need to. And then come forward. Press and lift. One more time, slide your hips back, straighten the left leg. Come forward. With your next inhale, reach your arms up for crescent lunge. And then bring your hands to your blocks, curl the toes on your right foot, and come up to a high runner's lunge. Good, good. Now, slide your hips back, straighten the left leg. You're going to feel a big stretch in the back of your right calf. Bend your left knee. Straighten the left leg. Bend the left knee. And one more time. Straighten. And then bend. Lower your right knee and step the left foot back. Come back to your hands and knees, and now step your right foot forward. Scoot your left leg back any amount. Press into your blocks and lift up your chest. Good. So Linda, take it up one more height, one more level. You get more lift when you press. That's better. Slide your hips back, straighten your leg. And then come forward, press and lift. Slide the hips back and straighten. And then come forward. When you're ready, take your hands up. Either you can come to your thigh first if you like, or go straight up. Reach your fingertips up, lift up through your back ribs for crescent lunge. And then bring your hands down to your blocks. Curl the toes on your left foot, come up to a high runner's lunge. And now slide your hips back, straighten the right leg. Feel that nice big stretch in the back of your left calf. And then come forward and straighten the right leg. And bend. And straighten the right leg. And bend. Walk your blocks slightly forward, and in 2 steps or in 1, come forward for forward fold. So bring the weight of your body onto the balls of your feet, with your blocks underneath your shoulders. Good. And bend and straighten your knees. And then bend your knees, bring your ribs to your thighs, release the hands from the blocks, and then slowly roll yourself up, reach your arms up overhead, and then exhale, just bring your arms down by your sides and pause in Tadasana. So press your feet into the floor, lift up your kneecaps so that your quads become nice and firm. Descend the buttock flesh, lift your pubic bone just a bit. Lift your sternum, reach your hands down towards the floor, and keep your chin parallel. Inhale and reach your arms up, and then fold forward. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your feet back for downward facing dog. Good. Press into your hands, draw your navel up and in, press your thighs towards the wall behind you, and then come forward to plank. Excellent. Press back, down dog. Look forward to your hands, walk or step your feet forward to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, plant your hands. Step back for downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Press back for down dog. Look forward to your hands. Walk or step your feet forward for forward fold. And then inhale, come all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart. Pause in mountain pose. Good. I'm just going to do a little Tai Chi here. Get close. Okay. So let's come to the center of your mat and bring blocks to the back edge of your mat. Sorry Sorry, I'm jiggling you guys. All right. Okay, here we go. Step your feet wide. Turn your left toes out. Turn your right toes in. Soften your knee. Turn your thigh. Straighten your leg. Reach your arms out to a T and relax your shoulders. Reach with the left arm, cut in with your left hip, and bring your hand to your block behind your ankle. And then take the top arm up. Good. Press into your feet, reach up with the top arm, reverse your triangle. Come back to arms parallel. Reach back with your back arm. Extend your left knee over your left ankle. Good. Bring your back hand to your hip. Glide forward. Bring your hand to your block behind your knee. Press your knee into your arm and your arm into your knee. And then you can keep your hand here. Roll your shoulder open, or if it's okay for you, you can take the arm up and bring it next to your ear. Good. Sweep the top arm down and around. Come back to warrior two. Reach back with your back arm. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. Turn your right toes out. Turn your left toes in. Soften your knee, turn your thigh, and straighten your leg. Reach your arms out to a T and relax your shoulders. Reach with the right arm, cut in with your right hip, and reach over the back of the sofa. Take your block. Keep your hand at your hip if your shoulder bothers you, otherwise, take your arm up. Good. Press into your feet. Inhale, reach up. Reach back for reverse triangle. Whoops. Yikes. Come back to parallel. And then reach back with your back hand. Extend your right knee over your right ankle. Bring your back hand to your hip. Glide forward. Bring your hand to your block behind your knee. Press your knee into your arm, arm into your knee. Roll your shoulder open. Keep your hand at your hip if you've got a bad shoulder. Reach up, bring the arm next to your ear if you can. And then sweep your top arm down around. Come back to warrior two. Reach back with your back hand. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. And then heel toe your feet together. And step to the top of your mat. Reach your arms up. Fold forward. Step your feet back. And then roll yourself down. Hold on behind your knees. Come back down onto your back. Rock your knees in and out. And side to side. And then bring your feet to the floor. Bring your ankles together and your knees together and take your arms out to a T. Press your feet into the floor. Press the lower back into the floor. Take your knees to the right and your gaze to the left. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Come back up to the middle. Press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And then take your knees to the left. Your gaze can go over your right shoulder. Come back up to the middle, extend your legs, extend your arms and stretch your body. Bring your arms down by your sides, take your feet slightly wider than hip distance, and windshield wipe your feet. Good. And then slide your heels. And then you can take your arms up, do one last full body stretch. Reach and stretch, bring your ankles together, bring your arms close to your ears. Do a pelvic tilt. And then bring your arms down by your sides, and you can prepare for Shavasana. As you let your body relax, relax your legs. And relax your hips. We did a lot of work with hips today. Let your belly and your chest be heavy. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax the skin on your face. Relax your scalp. Feel a wave of relaxation. Gently encompass the entire body. This is called enough. It's enough to offer love no matter how imperfectly received or given. It's enough to try and fail at a difficult task. Enough to fall and rise, stumble, fall again, sigh, and start to walk, however slowly, in the direction the soul points. It's enough to seek peace and find the pain, to gain nothing but a vision of truth and take the long route home. It's enough to feel temptation, the dance of the senses, the hot pull of desire. Enough to call on God, walk through fire, sleep and cry and fear or welcome dying. It's enough to be and breathe, to feel the touch of the wind on skin. It's enough to take the day as it comes, to watch the ripples on the lake as the rock sinks to the bottom, to see the wild reflection of the surface calm into a mirror once again. It's enough to hear the voice of fear and hide, or seek it out and face the shame or shadows. It's enough to set out to tame demons and watch them multiply instead. It's enough to be buffeted by the winds of change and not blown over. I and you and all of us is more than enough. begin to bring yourself back. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. And stretch your body. And slowly roll to your right side and pause there for a moment. And take a long, slow, deep breath in. And a long, slow, complete breath out. And then gently come up to sit in Sukhasana. And then bring your hands to the center of your chest. And lower your head, reminding us to surrender the busy, thinking mind to the wisdom and intuition that resides in the heart. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. Namaste.